Hello, my name is Latisha Eubanks and I will be demonstrating how to use an anticipation guide in the subject area of science. This is for grade level 4 and the time needed to implement this strategy is approximately 30 minutes. Students that will benefit from this activity are all students in the general education setting, students with intellectual disabilities due to the simplicity in differentiating, and students who are learning to speak English because this plan can also be taught using the sheltered instruction strategy. Instructional goals are, during this lesson, students will learn about the benefits and hazards of fungus by utilizing critical thinking skills by conducting research using informational text, activating prior knowledge as they make and confirm predictions using the anticipation guide graphic organizer. Material needed are informational text on fungus, pencils, erasers, anticipation guides with your choice of statements for each student. Standard of learning objectives are Science 4.1. The student will demonstrate an understanding of scientific reasoning, logic, and the nature of science by planning and conducting investigations in which distinctions are made among observations, conclusions, inferences, and predictions. Predictions and inferences are made and conclusions are drawn based on data from a variety of sources. Also, the writing SOL objective is 4.2. The student will create and deliver multimodal interactive presentations, locate, organize, analyze information from a variety of multimodal texts. And 4.7, the student will write in a variety of forms to include narrative, description, opinion, and expository, express an opinion about a topic, and provide fact-based reason for support. Revise writing for clarity of context using specific vocabulary and information. And the reason why I chose this strategy is because it's easy to differentiate for all individual learning needs. I will not go over the steps for implementing this strategy due to our time constraint. However, it is posted on the discussion board, all the steps. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is ask my students, these are the anticipation guides that will be needed. Let's show. This is a look at the anticipation guide. Let's see. Can you see it? All right. Having some technical difficulties. You have me, author, statements, and page. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask my students, go ahead and put a check mark in the me box if you agree that a fungus doesn't make its own food. A check or minus in the me box. Go ahead, students. All right. And 2, most fungus can live, how about fungus must form spores to reproduce? Check or minus in the box. Number 3, put a check or minus. Amanda, don't copy off of him. That's your own opinion. And how about number 8? Yeast is a form of fungus. Check or minus in the me box. Okay, great. Now these are the students' predictions, their assumptions, their inferences. So now what we're going to do is, what I did was I have a copy of the informational text for each student. This is it. And I've highlighted the 10 questions that I had, the supporting data. Now look through the supporting data, guys, and put whether the author disagreed or agreed with your statement. Fungus doesn't make its own food. And right here on the paper we have, let's see, excuse me, Bernard. In the first line, they rely on other organisms for food. So that will be a plus, a check for the author box. And then we said fungus must form spores to reproduce. Bernard, can you show me where it says that fungus must, to reproduce, they need to form spores? How about right here? So that's a check for the author again. So then now, instead of page, we will put the paragraphs where we found that. We found that in paragraph 2. So that is the easy way of using an anticipation guide.